So, good morning.
Morning.
So I'm here in the piano room at Hay Farm for another one of our sessions of Meet the Team with Cathy Spendiff, Senior Therapist and Equine Therapist at Promise.
Hi, Lucy.
Good morning. You were talking a few moments ago about taking groups, and we were talking at the beginning of our session here today about a new group that you're about to facilitate, Process of Change. Can you tell me a little bit about that group?
One of my passions is looking at what helps people to make change in the first place, regardless of what their issue might be. And what we know is through the cycle of changes, it's not just one thing that needs to be in place before someone is ready to make change. So, and I've been passionate about this for a long time since working here. So the idea of the group is that we look at all four things that need to be in place before someone makes changes. So we need to know there's a problem. We need to know that if we change that behaviour, that life would be better. We need to know that we're worth making the change for, and we need to know that we're capable of making the change. With those four things that are in place, we can, and with the client evaluating for themselves where they think they are on their cycle of change, and then looking at what they need to do to improve their chances. By doing that on a weekly basis, we cover all of the bases, not just the problem side of it.
And we were speaking earlier on that our patients are encouraged to identify what they feel needs changing.
Recovery is all about personal responsibility, in my opinion. So the journey to get to a place where we're making those significant changes needs to come from the client themselves.
So you're also the equine therapist here at Promise. Can you explain to me, or can you talk me through the principles of equine therapy?
One of the reasons why using horses in treatment is so helpful is because horses live completely present in the moment. So, and for us as humans, we don't. We live in our heads so much of the time. So by connecting with the horse, who is completely present in the moment, by communicating in the way the horse does, which is through good body language and being mindful of what we're saying through our body, can be really, really helpful. Sometimes literally just being out in the field with the horses, breathing in the air, just being present out there with the horses can be healing in itself.
And I guess for some of our patients who have spent lots of time in isolation, to come here and to have the opportunity to get in the field with the horses is quite a magical experience for them. Can you share one with us now? I'd love to hear one.
Okay. So there was this client who was just experiencing a lot of anger. It was a very windy day, just experiencing a lot of anger. So we went out to the field and I said, I just want you to walk across the field on your own and shout if you want to. Just go towards the horses and shout. Which she did, and I just followed her, and we were just literally standing in the middle of the field chatting, and she was kind of, she was very emotional and what have you. And I looked up and I said to her, just look what the horses are doing. I've actually got goosebumps while I'm telling you this now. Look at what the horses have done. And the horses had completely enveloped us in the herd. So they had literally come down. We didn't even notice they were doing it. They just wandered down, and they had encased us in their herd, so we were in the middle, and they were all just grazing and what have you. But it was like they'd given us a group hug, and it was really healing for this client.
It sounds beautiful, it really does, and I just feel how privileged we are that we get to have those experiences with our patients.
Yeah.
So it sounds like you have a really varied role here at Promise, from taking groups, one-to-one, delivering one-to-one therapy, and getting to be out in the field doing what you love with horses.
Yeah. It's great, and of course all of my passions, the cycle of change, the horses, the family work, because I'm really, all of that stuff. I can indulge myself in here.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Cathy, thank you so much for talking to me today. It's been wonderful hearing about your role here at Promise.
Pleasure. Thank you, Lucy.
Thanks, Cathy.